The base of it is about maybe 1.5 inches across. I think I might can get it up. We'll see how big the taproot is on this thing.
Dean Family Acres.
Go ahead and tell you right now, on camera, this doesn't do it justice. We're gonna try and dig up this oak tree and move it into the yard. About maybe 8 foot tall. Just follow along. Thanks for watching.
So apparently pin oak trees don't have large tap roots, but their roots do go out fairly wide. So what I did was dig around as wide as I possibly could, and about 1 foot or so deep, trying to get under it. Then slowly it started to move. I felt like I had gotten enough of the roots loose, so I decided to back the tractor up and gently wrap a chain around it while cushioning it with a shirt. This seemed to work really well. As you can see, I got a good sized root ball whenever the tractor pulled it up, and that's one thing that you always want to make sure of. Anytime that you're going to try and transplant a tree, you want to make sure and try and get as large of a root ball as possible and do as minimal damage as possible. This ended up working out really well.
So we got it up, one pretty big root coming off that, cut it pretty far. Barely any damage, just a little bit of damage. Shakiness, a little bit of damage right here, but I think that'll be all right. These limbs are coming off. Honestly, I'll probably trim all the limbs off until the ones near the very top. So that's it for now. So we're gonna try and get this tree planted about in this range. That way it's not too close to the house, but it's gonna provide some shade, a little bit of shade to the backyard. All right, as you can see, I dug a hole here. We're exactly 20 feet from the corner of the house. I feel like that's enough room. So we don't have to worry about too many leaves in the gutter, and this is the upper end. So, you know, if this side gets clogged, it won't necessarily affect downflow a whole lot. We're gonna trim these bottom limbs off. Got a good bit of dirt from where it came from. And I believe at least one of these roots isn't part of this tree. So, there's a cedar root. So it is not part of the tree. So that cuts down how much actually goes in here. Let me get you a little closer. Another tip that I had a good friend of mine, it's actually the same guy who helped us rebuild the lift cylinders on the tractor here, that he told me years ago, and I just keep forgetting to do it, is put a piece of pipe into the bottom so that when you water, you're actually watering the roots, not just on top where it takes forever to get down to it, if much gets down to it at all. I really should have probably a little bit bigger pipe, but this will work. I can always put a funnel, or I can put a bushing on, or a coupling, a reducer, I guess, on here, and then put a bigger pipe on top so it'll hold more water. But we're gonna put this in there. You can see the bottom is not even, so hopefully that will prevent it from getting clogged up. I'm gonna put just a couple of rocks down here at the bottom where this pipe goes in, just so that it doesn't get clogged up. My trusty assistant, numero 3, brought me the loppers. So what we're gonna do here is I'm just gonna lop off these bottom limbs. We want this to be a tree, not an oak bush. Get that taproot down. See if that definitely gonna have to tie this one up. So you can kind of hate to run. This is kind of in the ground. We're gonna water it just a little bit. We got other things to do. Thanks for watching Dean Family Acres. Hey guys, I just want to give a quick update on how the pin oak tree is doing. We transplanted this back in the fall and it's doing really well. It's actually about to leaf out, and the only thing I need to do still is tie it up. It does have a little bit of a lean that direction. I need to kind of tie it up probably about like that. That's the only other thing that I really need to do. Been through several different storms, etc., and it's held up great. I've checked on it throughout the fall and winter, and just kind of scraping the bark, and it still was green, so it looks really, really good. I'm really impressed with how this is kind of just taken off. And another way that we've been able to get a free tree. This one honestly seems like it's doing better than the pecan tree that we did before. So the only other thing that I really think I need to do, I know I said one other thing, but tie this up, and I think I need to prune back these limbs some. I really don't want limbs down at my waist. Kind of thinking maybe here, and we'll slowly let it continue to grow up and have a couple different branches. These are all going different directions, so that works well too. So I might do that, but other than that, that's about everything we need. Hey guys, we're finally gonna get this tree staked up so that it quits having a little bit of a lean to it. Before you do anything else, I want you to go check out episode 27 to see exactly how you can enter our Dean Family Acres Tomato Challenge. You've got about a week and a half left. Deadline is June 1st. Go check out the episode here so that you can actually get entered in. Love to have you, just some friendly family competition, and see who can grow the biggest mater. Now, let's get this thing staked in the ground. What we're gonna use today is just a stake. I actually picked this up at a Habitat for Humanity. Basically just any kind of stake would work, or a piece of rebar or something like that. I'm gonna put this stake, and then I'm gonna use some hay twine. And I've also kind of learned I'm gonna use a piece of old hose to put around this. If you just use the twine on your tree, then a lot of times it can kind of grow into it and make for a spot that can have some insect or other damage. So what we're gonna do is actually put that hose and kind of turn it, and that way you can put some good pressure on here, but it doesn't dig into the trunk of your tree. So follow along as we get this. How y'all think that looks? Pretty straight to me. We'll tighten it up, and then I will look. That's almost perfect. Even if I'd been watching it myself, I'm not sure I could have got it just right. Appreciate your help. So, we've got this tied up. Thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed yet another opportunity for us to get a free tree on the farm. If you haven't seen that first episode that we ever uploaded, Pecan Tree for Free, go check that out here. And also, I'll put a little clip at the end just so you can see exactly how it's doing now, even though it's been about 2.5 years or so. Free pin oak tree here. And don't forget about checking out episode 27 to enter the Dean Family Acres Tomato Challenge. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure and give us that thumbs up. Subscribe if you hadn't already. You know, about 80 to 85% of our views are not from subscribers. So go check that out if you don't mind. And after you've done that, be sure and ring that bell like Mike Tyson did in the 1980s. He really knew what he was doing back then, and hopefully you guys do now. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you have a blessed day. Here's the pecan tree that we transplanted about 2.5 years ago. You can see exactly how well it's doing. It's about 6 foot tall now. We've had a little bit of pressure from the top, as you can kind of see here, with deer. So we've tried to kind of cover that up some with some bird netting. Seems to have helped this year. It's always great to be able to update just how things are going on the farm and just give you an update. I know I like to see things from other channels, seeing exactly how well things are doing that they've tried, and it seems to have worked that we dug about 3 feet deep to make sure and get most of the taproot on this pecan tree. I know Country View Acres just uploaded a video where they were updating their chestnut trees, and I could definitely relate because we had done our pecan here just before they had done their chestnut trees. If you haven't seen their video, definitely go check it out. It's a great channel. Hey guys, I just want to give a quick update on how the pin oak tree